Hello folks, sorry for keeping you waiting. How's everybody doing? Bastard already reminded me to save. I haven't even started. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I forget to tweet about it. Hello Shreddy and Squaw. And good day. And Sora, who's at work. But who'll come in later. Sora in chat has asked for a commission. And it's what you can see in the corner here. We'll be getting to it later. Once they're here. Anyway. Hey everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope it was productive. For me it certainly wasn't, but in a good way. I binged the full Castlevania season in one night. It was fun. Okay. What are we doing today? Hold on. There we go. How did that brand cover issue? Well, I'm still trying to get in contact with them before I seriously send them a little threat, but yeah, it's annoying. Have missed out the past few streams. You don't have to be sorry about that. Alright, so you might recognize this because we have worked on something of the sorts before. This is it. But, you know, I wasn't happy with how it's coming out. So, this was what we had. I figured we could start over with a better picture. Do something a bit different. I still like this fractal, and I'll probably do this shape in some other place. It's a burning shape fractal at some power, at the 5th power or something like that. Anyway, this is nerd stuff. I thought this picture might work better. I don't know how much space we have, it's pretty tight. There we go. Let's give me fewer fractals. Sorry about that. It's gonna get worse. It's only getting worse from here. Red and white looks like a Resident Evil intro. So the red and white, this red petri dish is a blood culture. It is made specifically for the types of bacteria that grow in blood. It's interesting, but I still don't want to get into like the type of bacteria that infect people. I mean, not like anybody's gonna know this. That's kind of a... Not a lot of people will know this is a blood culture and this is for the kind of bacteria that colonize us. This is more for fungi. This is probably a fungi. Well, probably no. Certainly. Fungus, I mean. So... I think we're gonna go with this fungus, at least for now. Then, once we are done putting the fractal on here, I also got a second picture, which I'm gonna try and find. This one. Which I'll probably just reapply the same thing. This one is blood culture again, but just to have like a couple different perspectives of it. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, it's a bit late in my country. I mean, it's a bit late in my country as well, so I'm just a late kind of guy. Bacteria in blood sounds very scary. True, but I want to get into like what it does to humans, and I think the next part after this one. You're a real fun guy, haha. Get out of here, Shreddy. I'm kidding. Chiller fries on the Val stream. Hell yeah. Chili those. Okay, so I thought this was much more interesting to do an edit, but it's also going to be way more complicated because, as you can see, things are not so clear cut in this kind of fungus. It's dirty. It's kind of growing all over the place, probably in both walls, because we can see this is probably the wall that's looking towards us, and the ones that are clearer are probably the other wall, or vice versa. I imagine since this kind of covers the rest, this is the inner wall. The one that's touching us, that we're looking at directly. No, Freddy, you can stay, I'll allow it. But I really like the textures on this. So my idea, and I did a quick check with this kind of fractal. Let me do a little selection just so you can see it clearly. So this kind of fractal here is an inverted Mandelbrot, I believe, if I recall correctly. We can check. So this is a plugin I use for the fractals. At least as base to make them. I love them. And you can do inverse. So this is inverse Mandelbrot. Maybe it's inverse tricorn. No, okay, this must be inverse Mandelbrot with like 4 or 5 here. Or even more. There's way many little points here. So it's gotta be like... yeah. It's one of these. Right? So this fractal is the other way around compared to the other ones. Like the black that we're seeing here, that's the fractal. And the red is the space that would normally be outside the fractal, like the blank space. So, the idea wouldn't be to cover this star in the fungus, but to cover all the edges and leave the star intact. That would be the idea. So I made a quick mask, which we can see here. I just masked the hand out, more or less. Banned. I'll ban Shreddy. And I got another cool Petri dish. And this is, I don't recall the type of bacteria this is, but this is a type of bacteria that I thought did a cool pattern. So I put it on here, on luminosity, which I'll put it on normal so we can see better. I was thinking, this is cool, right? I think this is pretty cool. If we take it and maybe change the hue, bring it towards that kind of orange. Hold on. Let's do colorize instead. The colors are gonna get weird. It is a very cool pattern, isn't it? So I don't know, something like this could be nice. You know what? Let's try a thing. I copied the layer. It's just a very simple layer with most of the dish cut out. We can still see a bit of the edge, but that's fine. Thinking if we do a quick little thing here where we kind of blend them together so they're at least, well, sort of blended. They'll need to be perfect, but you know. Something like this. Mary Meep, thank you for the follow. Okay, so this, we merge. Then we Control A and apply the layer mask. So now we have a square made out of this pattern. Even though the external part is weird. Let's see if it works anyway. We're gonna pull that into Fractus. We're gonna bring this pattern again, which, by the way, let me see if I got the right number of points. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's back, filter, Fractus. I hate when it zooms out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we need to bring this to 8. Okay, that makes sense. So, we're doing single color, making this white, and turning this into image. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's definitely doing some cool patterns. It's also for some reason leaving a blank space here, which I don't really understand, because we filled the whole thing up, so it shouldn't be leaving blank spaces. It's weird. Okay, let's bring that to 10. Let's try to pick a cool pattern. I think 10 was cool. Recently got the Fractal face mask. Oh, are you enjoying it? Did it get to you yet? I ended up closing my store for now. I'm gonna move over to a different place. Probably TeePublic. Okay, there we go, that's the pattern. For some reason, there's this empty space here. But let's try to ignore it for now. Let's do the blending here. Remove the wide areas. Well, hopefully not removing too much of the interior. Then we're gonna pull that in here. I have a lot of layer mess, but please excuse me. It's because I've been trying a lot of things, so it usually ends up becoming a layer mess. You thought it was a real thing happening? Well, thank God it is not. Yeah, you sniped it before the store closed. There's gonna be face masks in the other one too, so that's no problem. They actually have more color options, which is very cool. And better stickers, it seems like. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so we're gonna take this whole thing, we're gonna close it. Just want the dish. There we go. Corners all over, that's fine. I think we'll have to fix these edges up, especially, but it'll serve as a base, I believe. There's also a little bit of white edge still. I'll have to make this stronger until we remove the edge. Even though we'll also get rid of some of the spots here, we can always bring those back. Not a huge problem. It mostly gets rid of the edge. After a bit of blurring, it'll be like it was never there. Okay, so we can take this, take it from the center, and turn. So we get something better on here. Okay, let me try to adjust this. Oh. Should hopefully fit. Must not have been exactly centered, because the angle is hard to nail. That should do the trick. Okay, so we're only going to apply that in the part we need. I kind of like this area, so I'll kind of just blend it. And then up to here. Now, since we can blend the two versions together. Nope, thank you for the save reminder. Since we can now blend the two versions, we can cover some of the defects, like right off the bat. It's pretty nice. This part is kind of semi-transparent, which I don't love, but hopefully won't be a problem. Okay, let's bring in the original, which is this guy. And let's try and mix it up with the others. Just to get some more regular patterns in the messy areas. Okay, I think we'll bring it over several times. And on each one I'll try to cover a little corner or something. So I want this area first. We also need to there we go. Do a little selection, so everything we add will still fit into those borders. Gonna also manually fix up some of the areas that I mentioned were kind of wonky. Here. Oh, we'll see about the rest. We'll kind of do it as it comes up. There we go. Gonna leave the weirdness of the edge intact. But as it gets away from the edge, make the circles look a little bit nicer, like that. And it's all about hopefully mixing things together well. Okay, so maybe I can even bring this all the way over here. Nice. The weird edge gives it character. We won't see much of it anyway. It's such a small detail over here, so... Okay, now we have some obviously repeating patterns like this and this. That's something I also want to take care of. So... delete layer mask here. Give it a little turn. And do... well, this would actually be pretty cool. I think it would work well. Oh, here we can see some of the wonky edges. Hold on. Oh, this part's not matter much, but... The problem is, if there's an edge, a weird edge or a weird thing in the bigger area, it's just going to repeat infinitely in smaller and smaller increments. I mean, that's fractals for you. So you gotta do it a few times. What are you going to do for this one? Well, as you can see here, I'm doing some sort of weird bacterial or fungal growth. That's the idea, at least. And this is an inverted fractal, so it's an inverted Mandelbrot set. Which is interesting, because it's a fractal that instead of being like a shape and the outside is blank, it's the other way around. It's the whole outside is the fractal and everything inside here is just the blank space. So yeah, inverted fractals. Also trying to cover some spots. Thank you, Insurgent. It's been very fun to make so far. I love freaking people out with mathematical concepts. There's nothing better. Okay, another little fractal fractal bubble or whatever this could be. Trying to cover this edge a little bit. Math already scares me. Hey, Lucky Sandcat. Thank you for the follow. And hi, Metai something. Oh, I'm painting the wrong layer, as usual. Yeah, those little dots. Of course the color is kind of weird. I'll change it over from something blue to something more orange, like what we have in the background. Okay, I think that looks pretty nice. So we got this kind of encroaching fractal pattern coming in. First thing I'm going to change about it is the colors. So I'm going to go on here. No, first I'm going to put some order here because it's going to be impossible to find anything. I just keep adding and adding. All the pictures, then everything that's below. Well, this I can eliminate. Okay, everything that's below here is just the old version, which I'm gonna hide, and there we go. Got a much cleaner plate here. Hey Loon, doing groceries. Don't worry. Just missed the very beginning, so. Okay, so we are doing some hue saturation here. Now let's try and change those colors to something a little bit more like the background. Very epic, thank you. It's a colorize maybe, and this orangey yellow kind of vibe. Okay, next. I want to bring back the original, as we can see here. I guess that's going to be over the hue saturation. So here, see, I want to bring in some of those patterns because I think they look cool. So maybe it's multiply or something like that. And then the other thing we need to do is it's going to remove this. Lemon cookie, thank you for the follow. Okay, so on top of this, I kind of want to clean the plate, if that makes sense. So I want to take this area and try to get clean areas of the plate, which we don't have a lot. Maybe get a different plate off the internet. Hopefully that should be easier. Hey, lemon cookie. Okay, Petri dish. Oh, there's the one we're using. I was trying to get this one. Let's see what came in here. Quick edits. Good day. I think you can Photoshop my favorite piece of hell. Prince of Hell stole us living in a flower field. Okay, let's do that real quick. Oh, this guy. I like him. Okay, there should be a drawn flower fill or something. Because no way in hell I'm making that out of real textures. That would be for a full-on commission. Bring this in real quick. And invert. I was hoping we get some more texture, but there really isn't. So it's kind of fool's errand, really. Getting a whole new picture just for that. Okay, let's do our boy old demon, owl demon. Gosh. Oh, this guy's a web P. I hate those. Hold on. I'll try to get a PNG or something. I got him. Okay, now let's find a flower field. Oh, let's just do this. Put in our guy. Hello, guy. Oh, flower thing. Hold on. Oh, that's quite the flower field. Keeper of esoteric knowledge. I love him. Just a leggy dude. Okay, let's see Photoshop. Photoshop will probably not be very good at selecting this, because it is a drawing, but you know. I could just get the blacks out of the image, but it'll probably mess something up in the drawing. And we'll have to paint a background for it anyway, so. I mean, that's not great. Hold on. Go. Get the crown here. There we go. Beautiful. What a funky guy. Prince of Vibes as well. Absolutely. Just vibing there. Oh, I hate this menu. Try to get some feathery edges if we can. Not gonna be amazing because again it's a drawing. So we'll let Photoshop do what it can. Try to figure out how it works. Not gonna be great, but you know. Shift the edge inside. Okay, apparently we missed quite a bit of a foot, which I didn't realize. Let's try to get that back. I mean, that's kind of a false errand. The foot is going to be between the flowers, so kind of stupid. Anyway, he's a cool little man. Absolutely. Okay, how's the lighting here? Oh boy, this is being edited, isn't it? Yeah, of course it's been edited. The sky is an insert, and this picture was absolutely taken at daytime, which is why the lighting is all over the place. Maybe we can find a drawn flower field. Gosh, hold on. Can always come here and look for flower fields and just anything before photography. No, I guess that's a lot of plates. That is a lot of plates. Come on, give me a drawing. I want an old-timey drawing. Quinn. Hello. Stop spending money. I'll getcha. Thank you. And Shreddy. Enjoy that. The sub beam is coming in directly. What? By the way, I still haven't figured out like a thing to call my subscribers. Every streamer has one. I don't want to be left out. The cool streamer club. Okay, I want a drawing. We did find a good one here. It's kind of a print. It's not amazing. Oh, look at this. That's nice. How do you call those kind of drawings? Engraving, right? You know, darn rich folks. You hear that, Queen? You're part of the bourgeoisie. And of course I say it in French, because I know how to say it in French, not in English. Okay, let's just look it up here. Come on, let's try to get something that'll work for our cute demon. If not, we'll put it in a picture, but you know. Oh, look at that. Van Gogh. Let me put it here. And it's not the exact same type of of art. One is an engraving, one is a drawing, but I hope you excuse me. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do Ctrl U. Saturate that. And okay. Now, let me clip that. I did a little mask here, which let me figure out the best way of masking that. Okay. Gonna do a selection here, color range, and just get the black. With a bit of fuzziness. Nihilist Puppet, thank you for the follow. And we'll just Ctrl H to hide. And we can just Why is it doing that? Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, I was stupid. She's done the selection like so. What? Still not selecting it right. It's bothering me. Let's see if it works over here. Okay, hopefully that does it. There we go. It's just what I wanted. I want to let the flowers be on top like that. Wasn't that hard? Come on. Turn him around. Yeah, something weird is going on with the selections. Like, I can't... There we go. Didn't let me Control T. Annoying. Okay, good day. How's that for a little boy? In his flower field. Just taking care of the flowers. And... JJ, what happened to fractals? We're coming right back to them. This is just one of those quick edits that people can redeem with points. So one community name could be Deviants from Valdevia. I like that. And yeah, we do like to see Princess of Hell in the flower fields. Let me JPEG that, and I'll send you the results. Put it on the Discord right now, because I'll forget later. There's our boy. Okay, back to fractals. Here we are with them. I'm from Brazil. Hey. One right back to you from Spain. So, for people jumping in, what are we doing? If you know my Fractal series, which I assume you do, it's a series about this weird fractal, I guess, infection or something like this that's slowly taking over the world. And this is just going to be the next part in it. So, what we're doing is in the process of creating this growth of like bacteria or fungi or something like that. Kind of unclear for me still, but that's the idea. And what I'm doing here, by the way, move some areas. Okay. What I'm doing here is creating a sort of clean plate. I'm just adding this. I'm gonna try to make it look like this. If I can. So the first thing is hue saturation. We're gonna colorize it. We're gonna bring into this sort of brownish. Something like that. Or even a bit darker. Yeah, I want to add some, I don't know. Something a little bit less clean. Something a bit textured, a bit grimy or something to put on top of these, because it's feeling way too clean. Maybe I want to add thumbprints or something like that to just kind of grime it up. One thing I can add, and I've made this into a pattern which should be quite useful, is some dust. And just gonna rasterize, invert, and then I'll multiply right over the plate. So that should add some grime. Just gonna blur it. Just do that a bit, and there we go. Just some regular grime. Could also add some white one. Nah, I think we're good. Maybe we reduce the opacity just a touch. So it does have some of the whatever's in the background, a little bit grimier. Okay, so what we've done here is combine this pattern with whatever was in the background. Teach me a word in Spanish. Let me see. It's a cool word I could teach you. This bacteria is bacteria, so that's not very interesting. I find something better than that. Petri dish is placa de Petri, so nothing else there. And again, fractal is fractal. So nothing too interesting. Where seem you got going? Thank you. Okay, what good thing in Spanish can I teach you guys today? Nothing related to this edit. But if we go to this one, this is the Prince of Hell we just did. Hell is infierno, so this would be a Príncipe del Infierno, Prince of Hell. There you go. A bit of Spanish for you. Thank you, Mushy Tails. I appreciate that. And also music, I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you. If I did say it already, thank you twice. Okay, I'm trying to bring back this area, which for some reason got left out of the fractal. It just kind of looked weird. Might look a bit mushy, but it's fine. Thank you, Ansel. Okay, let's see. What have we got going now? Nope. Wrong layer. There. Ooh. How about some funky colors on there? Hear me out. I also realized that we didn't really cut this well at all. Just use that preliminary cuts and forgot to make it better. Okay, not this funky, but I do want some cool colors, because I don't know if you guys noticed, in the previous parts of this fractal series, all the things that have been affected by the fractal have this sort of iridescence to them. Let me show you examples. So this is a hurricane. Oh, gotta be here. This is a hurricane, right? And this is when the hurricane touches the ground. You can see that iridescence in the sky. You can also see it in the spider web and the fractal spider is building. You know, there's all these colors, this kind of purple and pink tint. So we're gonna try and also bring some funky colors in here. So the difference layer is making some really weird colors that I kind of love. So we might keep them, weird as it is. Also looking at color burn. Or just maybe normal layer. And I kind of choose the areas I want. Let's try to do that. So trying to choose just the interesting and textured parts, while over here it's kind of empty. So maybe I'll just take the interesting areas like this, and obviously this. Okay, this is a shadow. I was like, what is that weird shape? You dummy. Okay, so put this in luminosity to bring in some texture. Then I want to bring some of the color in. Okay, I'm also gonna remove some areas, the ones that look wonky. Oh, some parts I definitely want to sort of bring back if possible. Is the edges, because as you can see here below, for example, it's pretty notable. There's this reflection at the edge that I don't want to lose. So at least the reflections are staying. Okay, then I'm adding another color. I'm bringing in some of those nice oranges. Some orange, some yellow, like this one. I'm trying to mix them together a bit. Oh, I just noticed this Scotch tape, I think. We do Scotch tape fractal. So it's sure to confuse people. There we go. It is out. Okay. Now what about those funky colors? Oh, they're not so funky anymore. They just kind of darkened everything. They used to be cool. Now they're not anymore. Okay, that's fine. Just forget about those. And let's bring in some of those soap bubbles. And I think there was a pretty easy picture. Soap. I mean, easy to find. That did have a lot of those colors. Well, maybe it's not so easy. Okay, hold on, because I definitely used it in the flower, I believe. You think your med school background helps with your art? Definitely when I'm dealing with things like these. Oh, there it is. Where are we, Petri? Anytime I deal with biomedical stuff, I think it does help. Where are my good colors? Oh yeah. Oh. It is a little bit pixelated. It's not great. But, you know, we don't need all the details, so let's blur it until that's not so noticeable. No, I just want the colors. Could also do some filters like... Where is it? Stylize... Oil paint. So just bring the scale all the way up. Move the lighting. I'll just get some detail out of it, I think. And as for my med school background, I'd really like to put it to better use and do some medical horror at some point. That is something that I will do. I've been planning on doing it for a while. So it will come. And this thing is definitely gonna have medical horror in it. Because once it starts affecting humans, I'll present it, as I've been doing for this series, I'll present it from a like reporter type of vibe. So in this case it's gonna be like very medical. Like patients start showing symptoms of this new illness and use some medical terms that sound cool. You know, it just adds to the horror, I think. The fractal mask, toxic leakage, I like that. This, when we get to humans, which will be after this, what I want to do is, yeah, like starting with small symptoms before we get to like a full fractal human, because that would like, we're following this kind of epidemic like in real time, so to speak, so we should do like a a jump of many years until people start growing like full new limbs and things like that, right? It would be a slow process, definitely. So kind of showing the first steps of this, I would like to do some smaller symptoms. One of them is gonna be the iris of your eyes. It's gonna get a pattern like this one, an inverted fractal. Maybe some skin rashes and fractal patterns, things like that. And that will be like its own part of the story. Color dodge. Epidemic horror. Yeah, it's very cool. Of course, the thing with medical horror is that you have to be tactful about it. Because if you get too close to real things, yeah, that's a no. So you gotta be careful to always be like as fantastic as possible. Okay, now there's the edge is what bothers me about this. Let me check the original. How do the edges look? So it's kind of backlit is a thing. Oh, sorry. So the fact that it's backlit would mean most of it, especially the thicker parts around here, would be quite dark. And then the thinner ones around the edge mostly would probably be more well lit. So I'm doing this in soft light. And I feel like through the hole here we should be seeing something more, you know? See right his husband though. Thank you for the follow. I'm still not sure about the colors here. They're bothering me a bit. Let's turn them off for now and work with this, which will be a bit easier to work with, I believe. Okay, maybe on top of this. Do something like this. So this is basically the hole, or where we can see behind it, you know? That's already better. Because of course the light is here, it's like right behind us. And again, let's check the original. There's also light coming from here. Okay, it's feeling quite like way more realistic to me. Hey Sora, you can see we're getting done with this. We'll get to your commission in a minute, now that you're here. Hope work was good. Been doing this part in the Fractal series, so it's all about something about figuring out this pattern and trying to fit it to the background as well as possible. Let's do some top level things. Add our usual pink tone, bluish pink. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, and we still need to add the iridescence. Maybe we'll do it on top of this. Because that way we can see where it's going a bit better. Okay, most important here is going to be the color grading, which, as we've been doing, it's been mostly this purple pink in the shadows, and for the highlights, some bluish color. Then for the midtones, maybe also want to go blue-purple. Okay, here in the color mixer, let's go into the details. You can see the oranges here are pretty... like, are mostly what's represented in the dish. So we can change the hue of them a little bit. I think we're going to push them a little bit towards that red, or towards that pink. As for the reds, they're also gonna go in that direction, I think. Okay, let's see, what other colors do we have? There are some yellows, which I'll leave as yellows. Greens, we don't have many. The blue is just the glove, which I'll leave as it is. Back into the color grading a bit. Maybe we change this. No. That's not bad. Up the vibrance a little bit. And the tint again. Okay. That's pretty nice. Now, I wanted to add this. Hold on, I'm gonna merge that. Apply layer mask. There we go. This is just to add the refraction. Oh, it should be on top. There we go. So now let's see how could we add it? We could add it as color, although that's not too interesting. Maybe it's linear dodge and reduce the opacity, so we have something that's kind of subtle. Ooh, overlay is not bad. No, overlay is my favorites. Divide is not bad either. Like, it's just making everything way brighter, but in an interesting way, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll move this around. Do one overlay, one divide, or something like that. Conch shells. What is that? Oh god, this layer doesn't like to be moved. Why is he eating all my processor to move one layer? Come on. Please don't crash. Oh. Damn. That was scary. And save. I guess it's too big to save already. It's gonna tell me save as a PSB. Okay, we're good. Saving. Everything broke for a minute, yeah. For some reason, while moving this layer, I don't know what's up with it, really, but just decided it didn't want to work. Okay, let's see. Adding that bit of iridescence. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm back. Everything broke completely. Like, the whole stream went down. Yeah, that was because I moved some layer, and for some reason, I guess it's a very large layer, or the oil paint. I get it now. It's the oil paint thing I added to it, which really broke things. When I tried to move it, it kind of recalculated the whole thing again, and I don't know. It froze. Yeah, it was kind of freezing on my preview. But yeah, there we go. I think that's going to be in the next Fractal, or part of the Fractal series. I don't know if I'll just do this one, or something a bit more, just to give it another image. I don't know what other image I could do with this, though. Oh, I got it. Maybe we'll do it later, if we got time at the end of the stream.